What's up, everyone? This is Panda. Yeah, I am under the weather right now, so I got a really bad sore throat, and I've been doing a little bit too much of everything. So with that said, everyone, take what you're about to hear with a grain of salt. Just hanging out in Wagon City. It's fucking peaceful as fuck. I'll tell you that. Manhattan is just full of oh. I'm telling you, Manhattan is called Crazy Island for a reason. Every YouTube video emphasizes Manhattan, but very few emphasizes Brooklyn or Queens. Ooh, Manhattan has these underground tunnels and these secret layers, and you don't think Brooklyn has more to explore? Shit, they got more secret tunnels than Manhattan. But I digress. Just can't stand Manhattan and all this fake image that pours on people. So, late night exclusive. Your life here in Panda World. I don't care what people think about what I am doing or what my current state is. I do not give a shit. I don't care if you are president of this neighborhood and you saw me out here sleeping out here. I don't give a shit, friend. Like, I sacrificed quite a lot, and that includes my years of sacrifice working for whoever and taxpayer money. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. I'm not going to hear this argument from another individual human being about where I can be and where I cannot. I know there's limitations in society. Like trespassing in a building, that's acceptable because that's like a building, right? But public park, come on. This is why, like, yeah, you come to Vancouver with that attitude, New Yorkers. And you think we soft from the Northwest, right? That's what you guys think. We soft. Alright. That's why I actually just question all the time on this channel. Can any of you do what I can do now? Because I have not only the professional skills for hiking and backtrailing, but I also have the skills of being a survivor. And this is why I'm so good at this. I know the elements. I know what to do. I know how to stay out of trouble. This is survival, so what you do is survive. Survival is not commit a crime. That's not survival. That's desperate. That's desperate people. That's no. You guys in the East have a very different interpretation of homelessness. Yeah, you really do. You definitely do. I was trying to understand that from my past video recordings because I was contradicting myself because I didn't say the same thing when I was in Portland, and then San Francisco. It was about survival because the system is broken as well there, and this is why I always have said that New York City and San Francisco are the twins. They have the same infrastructure, same politics, same problems. But the thing is that New York City, people think New York City is the best place in the world. Yeah, it's famous. It's named because of New York City. But it's not the best place in the world. No. By far, no, it's not. It might be a catchy place because of his big name. But if you want to go to the best place in the world, you go south of Paris or France. You know, you go south of France, you go to the coast. you enjoy yourself on German, like a mountain range, like having a lifetime of wine and beer and whatever you guys want to eat, sausages up there at pasta. But that's the point. New York City is just, this is why I always have said that New York City, it's like the Las Vegas that never was the Las Vegas. This is like a win-win situation or a lose-lose situation if you come here. And people can testify from the videos and from just look at YouTube, how many people like said they came here from Texas or they came here and they end up homeless for their first like 3-4 years until they got a place. It's just, that's New York. That's real New York City. People on the grind, people struggling. And then now you have this. This is the new Chinatown. If you guys didn't know that, Long Island City is the new Chinatown of Queens. It has grown into that. Yes, there's Japanese, there's a Korean, but none of these individuals know. Well, maybe a few people do know, but most of them don't even know. Hello, Panda here can kind of like translate and have conversation in your language, but no one wants to ask why. New York has this thing where it changes people's thought about other people. Yeah, I feel that all the time. This is why I was like, wait, I just adapted to New York society's bullshit. This is what they want me to think about people here. This is what they want me to think. No, this is not mid. This is why I emphasize, like, no, I'm a man of everyone's freedom, everyone's right, everyone's responsibility to have the safe spaces that I'm standing right now. This is why I always have said, like, and I have said this plenty of times, especially for anyone that's poor and poverty. The Constitution wasn't built for you poor and you poverty individuals. It was never built and based on that. The Constitution, come on, let's get real. Can you literally say right now that there was a black man, an Asian, a Latino, a Spaniel, a Latin, a Greek sitting in the office when they were signing that Constitution? No. No France, no French people, no one's, no. It's all American rich signing a documentation that it's for us privileged people. Privilege. Yeah. And now people want to use the Constitution as a whole, as a weapon. And I always did at one point. But now I'm seeing the bigger picture. They're like, I shouldn't use the Constitution. I should always say human rights and civil rights instead of the Constitution, because the Constitution is kind of contradicting itself in a lot of ways. Look what's going on in society. You got police randomly shooting people 6 seconds right when they get on the scene now. With no explanation asked. You're just gonna shoot 6 seconds while on the scene. Ba-ba-ba. If you guys didn't read about that story, oh yeah. You guys are not paying attention to what's really going on. Hey, your famous celebrity is not news. What is news? What's going on in your neighborhood? That's news. Who is committing crimes? Who is people that you know in your neighborhood? That's the news that you should be worried about, because this is how you build bigger and better relationships. Instead of like, oh look at my fancy $500 Yeezys, or no offense, it's a business, I get it. You got the money to splurge, that's fine, but like, Reality, those are just things. Those are just things. They don't last. Come on, you're gonna tell me a pair of sneakers is gonna outlast a human life? That's bullshit. Let me see if that ever happened. Yeah, you can literally refurbish and bring back an old shoe back to life, but it takes professionals and it takes lots of money to do that, right? But that means it outlived a human life. That's the whole point. Can you tell me anything in this freaking planet that we live in can outlive a human life? Yes and no, but think about it. If we never had conflict, our human life can live 85 plus years, give or take. If we cut the bullshit out, we stop the nonsense, the stress, the mental health, and give people the satisfaction that, hey, everybody needs love, everyone needs care, everyone needs to come together. You come together, you're a stronger nation. But no. Everyone wants to divide. This is why you have donkeys and jackasses. And this is why I fuck with the constitution here all the time. And as a dual citizen, I just don't... it eeks me. This is what you guys play on. You guys play on the suffering for others. And you use it. You use that. You use this base of this so-called solidarity, like, oh, I fight for you, I'm your politician. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, you think any diplomat, any fucking politician cares about what you do, what you live, how you shit, how you buy your next groceries every day? Think about it. They're trying to be celebrities themselves. They are trying to be celebrities. They're trying to put their face on the map. Just like mayors trying to fight other fucking governors. Come on. You're trying to put a face on the map. You're not giving a shit about the people. You're just trying to put a face to a face that people want to see an image of. That's it. I know how the media works. I know. I'm the video guy. I'm the photographer guy. I know. You want to be a celebrity? I can make you look hot. Trust me. Let me take your portrait. I'll make you look really sexy. Give me the time, give me the lighting, I guarantee it. I'll make you look fucking gorgeous. Look at my fucking portraits from before I went bankrupt. Just look at it. Just look at some of my portraits, and I guarantee I make you look fucking fantastic. But no. Everybody wants a free ride sometimes. Now everyone's like, oh, I can give you the publicity and all this exposure. Like, what do you mean? I don't need exposure from you, friend. I know how to get the exposure the way I want to get it. Organically. Listen to that keyword. Organically. I literally have to spell it out or pronounce it out to you. Oh my panda. People use generated bots. Come on, you think... Let me ask you this very question, ladies and gentlemen. Do you really think people really pay attention to 5.2 million followers? Come on, you think an individual has the time to do that? And know each one. Oh, I have 2.5 million followers. They use that as a weapon, as a tool, as a way of saying, I'm famous. Yes, you can say that. And it's certain condition, like, for instance, I never said this to anyone, but did you know I got swatted in Wisconsin? Madison, Wisconsin? Yeah, I got swatted. And the cops knew it was a SWAT, but they still came. So when they knocked on my door, and I was like, yeah. I literally, you know how I got swatted? Because this is my fault, though. Let me explain. I was so good in Battlefield 2 that I was teabagging every single body I killed. So I was talking shit. Even my team was like, hey, Panda, yeah, like, come on, man. Like, it's just like, no. We went into a server and we get all these douchebag. First of all, they were bots. They were literally using botting to get perfect shots. So I wanted to compete with these cheaters. That's why I got swatted. I pointed out a cheater and I started literally teabagging him, everything. You want to use a cheat bot to know my location? Oh, I know how to play the bot. This is the thing about Battlefield. You gotta know how to play it against the bot. And they was using that. And that was like, it's like automatic radar, knowing where the enemy is. They were just cheating. So that's how it happened. Alright? Yeah, New York is not a very nice place. Look at it, you got the homeless guy attacking an innocent woman on the fucking on a Queens-bound A train in Queens. Come on. This is why I say, like, listen, it's a lot of mental health involved. Yes, there is a lot of mental health involved. I'm not lying about that. But who you think brought this onto this individual? This individual was never like this when he was. Hey, can you literally tell me that he was born this way? No, this was developed this way. See, there's a difference. You have to understand the logic of why he's diagnosed with it. He wasn't born this way, he was developed this way because there was a lot of regret in his childhood. There you go. I said it. And yes, if he's a native New Yorker, and by the way, it sounds like he is, because it sounds like when he was arrested, he got arrested for literally beating his grandmother, and his grandmother suddenly passed away from the injuries. Yeah, for over money. Keep that in mind. And he's back on it. Wait. They gave him a second chance. He did it. He almost did it again by assaulting someone else, and then released him from jail again. Like, wow. Then he assaulted someone else, and then this lady, and he's out on the streets in New York City. So what does that tell you about the city? It doesn't care for you. Then why are you paying such money to live in such a city that doesn't really care for your safety? If the bail reform doesn't change, then why do you move here? Guys, when you move somewhere, you always look at the laws. Always look at how crime rate is currently happening within the city. You have to look at that. People don't look at that. This is why you guys are not very good planters, some of you. Especially outsiders that are living here in New York City. You plan to say, oh, New York City is pretty dope and it's pretty safe, but you're not thinking of the bigger picture. Is it really safe if politicians or city officials just turn the blind eye and just think about this community compared to a rich community in Manhattan? They take care of that rich community better. They take care in Long Island City. You know why? It's millions of dollars that are thrown into that island. But it's not the only part of New York City that and that's the problem. Everyone's so focused on Manhattan, they forget about what really goes on outside that island. It's like the epicenter of everything, which it is. It's the epicenter of everything, but that's what makes it so toxic. It could be fundamental, it could be educational, but it also could be toxic. You get sick of it. You get tired of hearing someone coming into the city. This is why I always announce when I lived here before. I always say, oh no, I'm not from New York City, but I live here. I always have said that. Me and Yuki always have said that. And anyone is like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, And that's the thing. I just feel like people need to adjust to better arrangements when it comes down to understanding where they're living. Come on. Like, the only reason why... Let me explain this. Let me explain Asian... I'm gonna explain Asian geographics in my point of view as someone that live in Japan, okay? And travel quite a lot. Okay, so the only reason why this is the new Chinatown is because, first of all, there's some development here. There's some ground here, some Chinese ground of development here that is causing this uprise. But there's also New York development also. Ooh, there's a plan. But this is the new Chinatown for a reason. It's a symbol of like growth of Asian culture in New York City. It's showing that like, it could be a utopia for Asian Americans, because can I really honestly say right now that can we really say Asian Americans really truly got an answer for all the abuse that white America have done in the past? Can you literally just be honest with you? I'm all about Asian Lives Matter on this channel. You guys know I'm suffering from a current 2 years ago. Girlfriend's friend, best friend, Ely, was murdered, raped, and left for dead in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And, you know, for a while the news didn't pay no attention to what happened until 6 months after it happened. That's when things started spreading. I paid attention to that. I was like, oh, now people want to pay attention to it. Because everyone is paying attention to a false narrative about a past incident between a past family and her in Madison, Wisconsin. But this happened in Milwaukee. But people don't understand. It's like, don't believe everything you read or what everything they tell you in newspapers. Because, let's be honest, newspapers in Milwaukee are like not accurate. Even weather is not accurate. And everybody knows that. If you lived in Wisconsin, know that, you know, like, yeah, you should be watching news in Milwaukee, especially the local ones, you know. So watch the NBC one, which is pretty accurate, and that's nationwide through all Wisconsin. So everyone knows to watch that channel, so you know the rules. But anyway, I'm just emphasizing hashtag justice for Ely, because I'm trying to emphasize, like, yeah, a lot of African Americans are gonna say, well, you're a man of color and you represent Asian Lives Matter. Well, yeah, because let's be honest, like, do you really have the time to hate? Do you really have that time to do that shit? Because if you do, then that makes you even sadder. I'm just saying, like, do you really have the time to do that? And I see a lot of comments in there, and you guys are laughing because you know it's fucking true. Like, do you really have the time to hate? Do you spend 10 minutes to do that? Then you can spend 10 minutes doing something positive. If you can spend 10 minutes to hate, then you can spend 10 minutes doing something positive. So don't give me that excuse. So thinking about all Asian Lives Matter, right? But here in Long Island City, it's more like, if I come into this area, it's more like, oh yeah, people are acceptable, right? I go out on like Jackson Avenue, people are more like, ew, wait, oh, it's like, really? Wait. How long have you been living in the States? And you saying, I'm saying this directly because I have this on video. People doing ill things and with their dogs. Like, wow. And the reason why I know this, because in Korea, for all you raccoon, and also you South and Northern Africans, you guys will agree with me. You know this happens in North Korea. You know this happens in South Korea, in your neighborhoods. It doesn't matter what neighborhood it is. You know it happens. There are neighbors with dogs that train their dogs to hate men of black skin. Because they don't know any better. Wait. This is not a bad thing. This is just something that American society puts on an image of men of color on the East. See? And other urban neighborhoods in Korea, that is presented. If you go into the city, it's not presented as much. But if you go into urban neighborhoods or urban Korean communities, they are afraid, because I was a victim of that several times, and that's when my Japanese parents had to step in. No, you get to. They were like, oh, but he's violent. They're violent people. Where did they get that from? They get that from American society, American culture, television, images, or displays of like how. They still see America the old way of America, in which technically they do have a point to see America the old-fashioned way, because have we really actually transitioned from what we learned from the 1950s, 40s, and 60s? I don't think we have. Come on. I don't think we have. We just transitioned to make everything like flexible, but still, we still gotta keep that. This is what I'm gonna say. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you gotta keep that Constitution pure white. So take this controversy video with a grain of salt. But I'm just pointing out some things that you need to pay attention to. But here, as I said, they're like, why are you... Listen, when I moved to Vancouver, I never thought I was just shit. I thought I wanted to fit into a society of a community. That's the reason why I moved to Vancouver and stayed in Vancouver. And moving back and forth from Wisconsin to Vancouver, that was like the best thing I can possibly ever have done in my entire, half of my life, ladies and gentlemen. I was part of a community, part of something better. This is not a community. This New York City sometimes is not a community unless you go to a good community. This is average community. People don't really talk to each other unless they have dogs or they have babies. They have nannies, and then even the parents are at work and the nannies are out here on the grass during the day when no one's playing soccer. Yeah. But no one's actually outside of that conversation. So it's like New York still is portraying an image of I'm better than you. So I had to teach someone a lesson in the park 2 days ago. This guy didn't figure me out. So I was like, well, I'm out here and you just have to accept that. He's like, I went and thought you were out here, and you have to accept that. But why? And this is the thing. He said, why? I said, so, let me ask you a question. Why the question why? If you ask the question why, then you're asking the question about your mental health, because that means you don't understand that you don't really truly understand what homelessness can do and how it can affect anyone. It can affect anyone financially. Bankruptcy, divorce. Someone sued the shit out of you. You lost everything. Anything can happen. You have a drug problem. You have an alcohol problem that needs to be cured. Like I said, everyone has their own problems how they get into homelessness. But people portray homelessness as if it's the sin of all sin. It's the lower tier of how low you can go. That means you did something wrong in society. No, that does not mean that. That also, listen, being homeless could mean many things. But the one thing it does mean is that people neglect people. Think about that. People neglect people all the time when it comes to homelessness. And then you have mostly former homeless people helping other homeless people to try to get on their feet. And that is mostly the recovery percentage when it comes down to better living. Because if you look at it, you have people that work in 501c3s that were once in this situation and they built on that. And they've been doing it for like 25 plus years, right? And then they give other people chances. How you think that cycle of life works? It's a return cycle. It's like pay it forward in full circle every single time you get a chance to. If you see someone with skill sets or you see someone that has the ability, like recently, the Invisible People post a woman that have literally certification, state certification, have their green everything, and she's homeless. You had this guy here in New York City. He works for a 5-star catering restaurant and gets paid $27 an hour, and he still can't afford the rent in New York City. He was on the news, and I posted on my community forum. He was the one that was recording what was going on in the homeless shelter here in Queens. And this is why I was telling everyone, even if you're not homeless, you need to pay attention very carefully. Because if you're not paying attention, then you don't care. In the homeless shelter, they just place people, whatever. They don't look at the statistics and like, this is why I did my job better than anyone else in New York fucking city. Let's be real about this shit. I got all my documents on my laptop so I can prove it to you. Every time someone, and yes, I was an outreach, also a social worker, and working for Porchlight as assessment. So when someone came in and got their first time coming into the shelter and using any services for Porchlight under the Wisconsin State Alliance, that's who I was working for. So I asked about their health. I asked about their medical condition. I asked about do we need to put someone in contact that that you can trust. I know that you may be running from family or you don't want to be part of family right now. Is there anyone outside of family that you can literally give us a whereabout that like you keep in touch on a daily basis? We want to know that. I want to know that. So at least there's someone that cares for you. This is why those men in Wisconsin, Madison, got used to me. Yeah, they got used to me because I was giving them free cigarettes and all that stuff. But Christmas time and Thanksgiving came, I treated them like family. I gave them sandwiches, juices, like a meal. Like, because you might not get a Thanksgiving meal or a Christmas meal. And they did not get a Christmas meal. But they got a Christmas gift from me. Every last 128 people that checked in that night at that shelter got a gift card. Inside that gift card, not gift card, a Christmas card was $10. And this is why people that work at Porchlight was saying that I was doing shit illegal and tailored, like I was selling drugs, I was giving people love. This is why I had all the homeless people, I had all the homeless men and women and children on my side. Like, that wasn't about that. It was about letting them know that they finally have someone that is listening at Porchlight. There was nothing about... They were making assumptions about... This is why I have this EEOC with Porchlight. This is why I stress this enough about dealing with them. Is that everything they have said, they knew they were lying out their ass. They did not want to pay a penalty with the state. That's what that was about. So Wisconsin has these laws in place when if a company is, if they say Hypocrisy is penalized for some allegation, they pay a fine for that. So with that said, everyone, I'm just emphasizing, David. But you see how this man was so paranoid to like literally say hi. He like literally almost shut the gate on his own dog. Oh, my panda. So this is what I do all the time. I set up the audio, right? Because one of the audio systems that I have is so sensitive. It can literally pick up audio like 20 feet away. And I'm not sure if I want to post the audio that I received so you guys can hear what New Yorkers talk about. But like in this neighborhood, people talk about homeless people. Like hey, you see that? So it's me. It's mostly me. I just want to see what people are saying, right? It's like, you see that guy with the TMZ wagon? Is he from TMZ? You hear that a lot, right? And then they make like, I think he's homeless. They're like, oh, that's what messed up. But he got nice stuff. Yeah, this is why I'm saying all this. Because like, I keep listening to that audio. I'm just like, and I'm hearing some really foul shit too. I'm like, wow, that's what they think, huh? Okay. And I'm not sure if I want to post it or... Because here's the thing, I don't want to get sued. And the thing is, like, there's no image to it. It's just audio. Well, it is actually image. Because it's literally facing the direction of them. And the audio is just picking it up. And you can literally hear them saying, like, yeah, we see him all the time now. Like... I can't repeat it. It's kind of... How about this? When I first heard it, I was like, oh, wow, that's a first. What the fuck? I was like, shit. What? So... Now everyone's gonna try to like, wait, are you? Like, no, I am not. But the way she said it, I guess I need to play it. Oh my pen, let me find it. Let me see if it can play audio. Can it play audio? It says video and photo. Okay. Oh, I can't. Oh, no, I haven't converted. Wait. Yeah, I can. There it is. Hold on. Listen, this, it's, oh shit, it's 12 minutes long. Oh wow, I gotta find that. Okay. I gotta find the clip. I haven't edited this clip yet. Oh, my panda. Because I was recording for 12 minutes and I'm just like pointing my camera at different people's locations and like I picked up the conversation and I picked up another conversation. Is he recording us? It's like, isn't that illegal? Like, I was like, really? It's illegal to record in a public park. Wow. Okay. That's another one. All this shit, like people being paranoid about like me being around with cameras now in the neighborhood. Yeah, that was one of that's part of the recording. People are feeling like cause I'm doing like a lot of product reviews on the products, and I'm bringing out the cameras, and now people are feeling paranoid about that shit here. It's like, are you serious right now? Like, are you serious? Especially nannies. Like, you're nannies. There's like, you're nannies. Like, do I really have time to record you nannies? Come on. Like, I don't have time for that shit. Seriously. I'm just saying that people, I don't know, people in Northwest are much nicer than people here on the East Coast. Let's put it that way. Like, there's some hospitality, but you know where that hospitality come from? That hospitality is not truly New York. That's from people that live elsewhere that come to New York to live. They just showing a piece of that hospitality wherever they are from and added that a piece to New York. And that's what makes up New York. The hospitality of international relation of New York. And that's what people don't see. No, people will say, oh, if you're not from Bronx, you did it. Really? Are we back to this 80s and 90s rivalry shit about what borough is better? I thought you want people to come to New York City to live and visit. Here's the fucking hypocritical thing about New Yorkers. True New Yorkers. You guys talk about, making your city better and bigger. Like, we welcome everyone. But when you welcome everyone, I'm not saying everyone illegally. I'm just saying people that legally get an opportunity to live here, you want them to go away. You want to start hate crimes against them. Really? Come on. Come on, friends. It doesn't make sense. How you think one logic and then can think another logic. And then you finalize on the final logic, which is like, okay, I'm gonna be a white supremacist. Yeah. What the fuck? I'm gonna be part of that, even though I'm Latino or black. Yeah, and I'm talking about some of you African Americans that hate on your own kind because they grew up somewhere else. Yeah, I get that shit a lot here in New York City too, and not just New York, in Wisconsin, and also back in West. You got black African Americans like saying like, but truly you weren't really raised. Well, yes and no, and I did. Listen, friend, does it really matter? I don't have common sense. I respected you when I first saw you. Why can you respect me when I first saw you? But you didn't. Obviously, you didn't. But I still respect you because I'm trying to have a conversation. But you're trying to downplay it. Why? Because this is America? No, America was built on. First, do I have to say it? Hey, America was stolen. I said it. It was stolen. It wasn't achieved. It wasn't earned. It was stolen. Why do you think Indians are getting retribution and now blacks want the same thing? From slavery for over 400 years. Restitution. Everything was stolen from everyone. So, again, I flexed the Constitution. It was based on lies. Come on. I'm flexing the Constitution again because it was based on that lie. But people want to use it to protect their heat. I don't think the Constitution is a flexible muscle anymore. You can say that to any police officer, and they don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna break the law anyway, and I'm gonna probably get away with it because you know why? I'm the po-po. or I'm law enforcement. It doesn't matter who you flex that to, law enforcement. If they can still break the law at the time of the scene of the crime and then get away with it 2 years later, they won. If they are sure enough they can get away with it, yeah. Today, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. 45 minutes of me talking shit. That's what's going on, friend. Trying to put some sense into some people. Everyone's living a false pretense life, and I say that because I was spoiled, and I'm saying this again, like I was a spoiled kid. I have to say it. I got what I wanted at some point, if I fucking earned it, if I would listen, and I did. But now, as I got older, and I realized, like, damn, as you get older, you can't do the things that you once could do as a kid. Now you have to literally earn it. You gotta fight for it. You gotta live for it. But then again, you're like, why would I need these things? These are not things that are not substantially, like, it's not a life form. It's just a thing. This can break, this can go away, this can shatter, this can malfunction, this can do a bunch of other things. This is why now I realize, like, I do care. I do care about my camera gear. And that's the only thing I really like. Is photography. It's my mental health. It's like, it cures me when I'm having a hard day. Like, I can literally play with my cameras and it'll literally cure me from all the mental and unstableness that's going on up here in my brain. Because, guys, I'm not perfect either. I have lost a wife. I've been divorced. I lost a girlfriend and a daughter. I don't think I want to lose anyone else in my entire life. This is why I don't want to date anyone. This is why I've been isolated. This is why I've been so not looking for girlfriends, not looking for dates, not looking to get remarried, not looking to have more children, not looking, even though I love kids. I seriously, I love children. I would love to have a mini another panda running around, giving you guys problems, but that's another story for another timeline. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, I'm going through my own shit. And this is why people out here would never know what kind of experience I've been through. Like, wait. My first wife, Icon. Literally, nice Japanese woman, everything. You know, mother of my child. But when the scandal shit started happening, and then the blackmail and then all that other stuff, and then she took it upon herself to take her own life. And now I have to pay the consequences after that, financially. That was not fun. And I was still paying for that after 20 years. Even Yuki knew this. When we working together. It's like, you still pay for that? Like, are you going to continue to pay it unless I fucking win the lottery? And let's be frankly honest, I'm not a very good gambler because I was addicted to pachinko, and I will win sometimes and I will lose. But yeah, it was a game in Japan that I played a lot, and I did not feel like explaining that story because I literally lost probably, like, I don't know, I'm going to probably say like 50,000 to maybe 80,000 yen between my age of 12 and 16. That's a lot of money, friends. Like, it's not nothing big. Well, that's a lot of money because, like, school lunch was super cheap. School lunch was really cheap. It's like $1.25. You get everything, fresh rice. Oh yeah. You guys want to learn about school lunch in Japan? No, none of that. I saw your school lunch here in New York City. Trust me, that's garbage. No. We got curry, we got rice. Sometimes, and some once a week we get the mackerel piece. Ooh. Yeah. You guys don't know about Japanese school lunch in Japan. It's so much better. You guys don't know. I wish I was a kid again. I would go back just for the school lunch. Because now, even today, it's even 10 times better. You get a full, like, restaurant entree. It's so amazing. You guys have no idea how good school lunch in Japan is, like, compared to the United States. It's like, boxed milk, a slap of, like, what is this? Ham and cheese on a bun. Who's the dietitian? Some lazy lowlife that doesn't really care about the nutrition value, what minerals that you need in your body, what potassium levels you need, how you. This is right. No, this video is not sponsored, but so I found I found 3 packets of AG1, and woo, that stuff gave me a boost. Wow, that stuff works. And I just randomly found it too. It was like, wow, just like right here. Did someone wanted to donate this or what? So I read the instructions. I put it in powder. It was powder form. You just add water or whatever you like. You want light soy water, but I had used water. It was really pretty pleasant to drink. Wasn't like that tarty taste. Or that dry taste, like some supplements that you get when you drink it. You get that dry, chalky aftertaste. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was pretty nice. But anyway, it's 52 minutes talking shit about fucking people and what I think about society. Guys, I didn't ask to be born. I didn't. I wish we were asked to be born. Like, oh wait, imagine that. Like, baby, I'm gonna pop a seed, so we need to actually see if he wants to be born or not. Imagine that. that should be like an animated comedy sketch. I'm serious. I need to make that into an animated comedy sketch. It would be so hilarious. Like, wait. We have to actually see, baby. Wait. Yeah, once we have sex, and then if you do get pregnant, we need to actually if it doesn't want to be born or not. And some people might say, wait, are you just trying to make jokes? Yeah, I'm making jokes because the fucking government here, literally, Roe versus Wade, I can't believe they literally overturned that. That's what I'm making this joke about. Men taking over people's lives. And I don't mean to make a joke of it, but I'm just trying to emphasize the point of reason. Like, why... Come on. What man is allowed to tell first of all, a woman that is a human being, hey, baby, you can't use your vagina to... you can't use your vagina to get pregnant and then decide not to... Or you can't use your vagina to do what you want. Wait. Except for porn. Because we need porn in this country. you see the bullshit? Wait. You telling me I don't have a right to do this? These women don't have a right to do, but you really want to see me naked in front of porn? See? Hypocrites. So, think about that one, guys. You need to think about that one, have you? I bet you half of you do watch porn. Come on, think about it. They literally are telling women what to do with their bodies, but they don't mind women showing them some porn. This is what I fucking hate politics. I hate... It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. You guys just pretty much just call yourself in the fucking Supreme Court a bunch of hypocrites. Come on. You don't go home like, hey, baby, I want to do that shit that R. Kelly was doing, baby. He got me all juiced up. You guys are like, what? Yeah, people are making fun of R. Kelly now. Well, he's been convicted of more crimes now. Oh, my panda. This guy is never out of the news. Yeah, I don't agree with rape either. I'm just saying, just like how man thinks as of right now, so hypocritical of them. So, as I said, so imagine the vice versa, if that was happening to men, if women were in charge. I want to see that shit happen, really. I want to go to that doppelganger universe. I really want to see this happen. I really want to see this happen. I really want to see how men behave when women are in charge. Because I'd be like, I know, guys, I'm a guy, and you guys, some of you men are going to be like, fuck you, man, you ain't no man, you a pussy. Hey, I'm sorry, but, you know, my women in my lifetime were pretty strong women, I have to say. E wasn't the strongest woman, but I tried to teach her how to fight, but she wasn't a fighter. But Yuki and Aika, on the other hand, wow, okay, you piss off those Japanese women you want to, and you come to me the next day with your black guy, you tell me how it feels. You be like, damn, man, she can punch. I'm just saying, I got respect for the women power. That's all. And some of you men don't. If you're like, you know, women gotta obey me, obey it to me. Bow. I don't know. I don't see it that way. How first and foremost, how do you live with yourself to say women should bow down to you? First of all, women gave birth to you, punk asses. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm sick of hearing that shit. Today, I heard that shit twice from this black dude. Like, yo, chick's gonna listen to me, man. I got this chick. He was talking about this dick chick he met. Yeah, he literally was talking about this dick chick he met. Talking about she gonna listen to me. She gonna cook and clean. I was like, and me and this other guy and this other woman just sitting over there in the park. We're just like looking at each other like, he literally is really that proud to say that. Wow. So, fucking, I hope he doesn't meet a woman that type, that literally will bow down to him. I hope he meets the opposite, where she could give him a bunch of hell and problems. That's what he wants. I don't understand that. I'm like, I quite don't understand. Why would you want to command someone else? Like, hey man, like, let her do her own thing. Dude, that's the fun part about being in a relationship. She does her own thing. She brings her friends over. I hook you guys up with her friends. We can have long time friendships. Some of us might get married. We can have kids. Our kids have kids. We can be one big happy family. You know, we look out for each other. Like, no, you guys don't want to think about that, right? You guys want to think about, nah, I want a bitch to clean and eat me, cook and clean my shit. Oh, my panda. I'm sorry, ladies. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Like, dude, we did things together. All of the ladies I've been in my lifetime, we did things together. We cook together. We clean together. Hey, cleaning day was Saturday, by the way. Always has been Saturday. But anyway, I'm sick. What do you expect me to do? My voice is tainted with all this gook. It's called what they call the fecal matter from. Ugh, that was a thick one, by the way. It's like, ew, panda, that's on YouTube. This is why your videos get demonetized. Well, this is the point why YouTube doesn't understand realism. People are sick trying to make content as they're sick. Some people take days off, but I don't have a day off because there's no such thing as a day off when you're homeless in New York City. No way. This is a 24-hour, 7 days a week job, 365. You keep one eye open, one eye closed all the time. This is what YouTube doesn't understand. This is what most of you don't understand because you never experienced it yet. Because you guys are like, oh, well, you can prevent that. Really? Okay. So wait. So you're telling me, like, a guy that's never been homeless, has never had his financial problems. So wait, this actually happened to a real estate guy. Never had any financial problems. Suddenly, things went downhill. Pandemic started. Company went downhill. Crash. Bankruptcy. You know, lost his home, and he was built in something else. He lost his business. He lost his license or something like that because he got a DWI because he went through some depression. Yeah, it actually happened. See? When shit like that happens, you go through problems. You start drinking and you start smoking. You start doing things that you never did before because you thought it's a gateway to rescue and to escape. But it's not. You can't escape. You gotta just face it head on. And that's what you have to do all the time. This is why I'm trying to tell people, like, I'm facing everything head on. I'm facing you every day. I don't care what you have to say about me, ladies and gentlemen. I am facing you every day head on. And you're not going to stop me. Because you know what? I'm thinking better than you, and I'm thinking 10 steps ahead of you. This is why I have to keep the positive shoulder on my shoulders, unless you're going to either wipe it or someone's going to take it away or try to take it away from me. And there are people out here that will try to take that away from you because they feel like, oh, so you want to feel like you're in power even though you're homeless. Yeah, I'm still homeless and I'm still in power. You know why? I comfort myself. I can get myself out of this some situation, but right now I'm in the wrong state to do it. New York City is not the state for me to do anything. If this guy is working 5-star catering places full-time, 2 jobs a day, and making $27 an hour and still can't afford the rent, then that is a sign that says, you know what? I got the experience. It's time. I can save my money. It's time to go elsewhere, transfer somewhere else. That's what I have done. I work for an agency or a company. I didn't really spend all my money. I saved my money up and moved to the next job, to another state or another agency. That's what I did. I didn't want to stay in one place because I wanted to visit the world as I worked. I wanted to work in... Guys, my vision was to try to work in every state in America, but I find myself convoluted that I didn't want to move to this state because of some racial barrier. And I don't want to go into that conflict of racial barrier situations. But then again, I'm part of that situation as we speak because let's be really honest about it. He is Hmong. I am a descendant of a French black Muslim family, and it's not accepted. Look at Japan. I got married to my first wife. She's Japanese. And then she's Japanese. And then I dated Korean girl after that. That was pretty nice. Even though that Korean girl was such an abusive one. Ugh. But I love when she got mad, though. She looked so cute. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So, I'm talking about my friend Olga. She's on my Facebook. And she's the girl that we were, like, sipping tea. We had crossed our arms and we'd sipping tea. If you ever go to my Facebook, you see it. You go to my albums, you'll see it. Well... yeah, when she gets mad, her eyes just perk up and I'm like cartoon character style. Like literally like cartoon character, like anime style. And I literally will piss her off just to see that look. And I'm like, it's kind of creepy, but it's you guys were like, wait, you had a fantasy of pissing her off? No, listen, I just didn't piss her off randomly. Okay, so we had this debate about what men around the world are better. And I was like, honestly, I probably have to say us French are better. And she was like, no. She's like, I think, and I did not expect her to say this, but she was like, I think mostly she thought a Brazilian guy is more polite. I was like, oh, they're such a hornbags. They're like, they want to stick their dick in everything. So we had this debate, and then it got kind of funny, then it got to like serious, and then she literally thought that I was trying to downplay Korean men. I was like, no, it's just that Korean men act like girls sometimes. You know, they act too like they too. Let me explain. There are some good-looking Korean actors that don't mind getting their hands dirty like Tom Cruise. You know? You guys know what I'm talking about. You Korean ladies know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? You don't like those Korean guys that act like feminists too much. Like, oh, I don't want to get hurt too much. Let me explain. Korean woman loves a man that works hard for the money and gets beat up in the process. They don't want a chump. They don't want no weakling. Because know why? Because they don't want a weakling. Listen, if you can't maintain your job and how can I explain this from a Korean standard point of view? If a man can actually stand up for his ethnicity as he work, or for his subculture, then you're not a man at all. So what I'm trying to apply is that here in the States, you guys do the opposite. Like, you women look for men with wealth. Well, Korean women do that too, but like they also look for exchange when it comes down to like, do you fit my category? What my needs are. Like, most Korean women are looking for one guy most of the time, like a really good one too. Like, family has good background, wealth, education, they're smart, intelligent. Like, yeah, that's similar to like Korean, Japanese style, but like mostly Korean wealthy people look for other wealthy people in Korea. It's really hard to explain it to an audience that has no idea what it's like to live in Korea or to experience what it's like in Korea, because like women do not want wimpy men. They want strong, independent men that have strong family values and strong backgrounds, and that's what Korean women want. And this is what I was like, okay, Olga, yeah. She was like, oh no, I'm not marrying you. Olga wasn't gonna marry me. No. She knew, because how can she explain to her family who I am? It's like we talked about this. She was like, if I bring a black man home, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be disowned or like hated. She literally had that self-unconscious about her family, because she said it. It's like, my father doesn't like black people. Because of the stereotype that American projects on black Americans or men or people of color. That's the thing. This is why, like, I was like, okay, I see why. Okay, American tainted beautiful beautiful Korea with this fake image of like, don't trust anyone that's not white. I know it's 2022, right? And we're supposed to live past it, but that, like I said earlier, did we actually really phase out of the third and 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s? No, we just make things flexible, but we still do the same thing what we have done in the past. We just make things a little bit more lenient, I guess you can say. Wait. $27 an hour? What house tool is $27 an hour? What the? Oh, my panda. Oh, this. Oh, that's why. But anyway, guys, enough with the nonsense. I'm just saying. Today hasn't been one of those days when I'm just in the park and someone just like randomly says some dumb shit. Then I pull out my camera and shit, and people's getting paranoid. Then I was like, okay, then I'm gonna fucking audio record your asses. I want to see you talk some shit. And I gotcha. So everyone's asking me now, when's the next episode? I'm telling you, I'm letting my first 7 episodes trend a little bit. That's all. I'm letting my first videos trend. Because I should have gave it time to trend. And it didn't. Because everyone kept saying, oh, push another one out. I'm like, yeah, push another one. 2 days later, boom. Now, next time I'm doing once a month. I want these episodes to be special. And they're going to be much longer now. They're not going to be like 6 minutes, 8 minutes. They're going to be like 15, 20 minutes long now. So I'll make it worth it. But with that said, everyone, because Panda doesn't give a fuck what people think. I do what the fuck I want. And I finally I can literally finally say that. Because the last 41 years of my whole entire life, I just listened to people. Listen to my parents, listen to this, listen to that, listen to authority. But I never wanted to do things the way I wanted to do things, the way I wanted to do things. And now I have the flexibility to do things the way I want. This is telling me, like, this is like my restart, my rebirth. I might have lost everything, I might have financially lost everything, bankruptcy and everything, but this is a rebirth. This is a restart. I can restart anywhere over and not complain about it. And this is why I'm not so mad about being in this situation, because like I said earlier in this video, I have training and I have some skill sets of hiking, not just hiking, but trailback hiking, backend hiking, mountain tier hiking, because that's what I used to do when I was a kid. And all the time when I used to travel, I used to always like go into the mountains and travel and camp out. And guys, trust me, I know how to cook. So this is why I survive better than most people out here in New York City. This is why, listen, this is what I want to say this to the homeless, and I want to say this clearly. There's no excuse where there's no water. Don't give me that book. No, friends, please, respect Panda. There's a water fountain there. There's no one around. You can at least take an hour of your time. If you want to take the hour, you want to take 23 hours of your time to bullshit all day, and not take. Oops. I'm sorry. I want to say, if you want to take 23 hours of your day to bullshit, but not 1 hour to bathe, then you don't care for yourself anymore. Guys, in Central Park, there's water fountains that run 24 hours a day. I know, you had the summer to do this, but what about the winter? Winter's going to be a little bit tough. I know, it's going to be tough, but there are options. Listen, you guys are not like me. I take ice baths. I take polar plungers. Those are easy. Trust me. Those are easy. That, to me, is fun. Polar plungers and ice cold water. And, like, yeah. Call me crazy. You can do whatever you say, what you want. Like, you're the one crazy black dude that I don't think you even black. Yeah, this is why people probably call you Panda. You're a mix of everything. I don't do what you say what you want. No, this is called my adventure. This is my life. This is what I want to experience. Because how many of you can say, like, I can do what I want and live a good life? This is what I want to do. Hey, if you guys want to like continue to, you is crazy. Okay, then I'm crazy. I'm not crazy to experience life. If you guys don't want to experience life, then you're not living life. That's what I'm saying. You're not living life. Yeah, I'm not talking a lot of bougie, but I'm also trying to express some of my thoughts for the last like 42 years of my whole entire life. Just things I think about, things I want to express to get off my chest, things I need to say to fucking people sometimes when people don't want to listen to the verdict. I am the verdict. You know why I'm the verdict? Because I'm the final say, because I am living it. You're not living it. You don't have a final say. I am the verdict of my own. But I'm the judge, prosecutor, defendant, and the jury of my own life. Am I right or wrong? I get to decide now. I had to let my family, I let my friends, I let people control me. I let people say, oh, Panda, you should do this, you should do that. And I listened like a sucker that I was. But now I'm going to learn a lesson today and every day from this moment. Live the life that you want to live. Don't let people say, oh, you have to go to this, you have to do this, you have to do, you have to do a religion, or you have to eat this way. No, listen. Okay, first and foremost, I don't recommend eating too much meat because there is a burrito out there. What's it called? Oh, my panda. It's called Death Taco or Death Burrito. Yeah, that actually did kill a couple people. But anyway, that's a long story. But listen, eat meat in moderation. Yes, I'm telling you, I'm a vegan pescatarian. I'm telling you, listen, eat things that you love in moderation. Okay? That's all I'm asking you. Don't over-assess it. Ooh, I love pie. Everyone loves pie, friend, but we have to be moderate. Guess what? Our body wants other things too that you might enjoy other than a fucking sweet potato pie 24/7 and sitting in your ass playing fucking Call of Duty. Oh, my panda. I wish I could do that and get paid by Red Bull and play games all day. and eat fucking fat cakes. But no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather, hey, Red Bull, you can pay me, but I want vegan burritos sent to my address every day for lunch, please. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't want no fucking cakes. I want a fucking nice, juicy vegan burrito and a German Shepherd. I'm starting to love German Shepherds. I didn't like them before. But, yeah, I'm starting to like German Shepherds. It's like... Because sometimes German Shepherds... Okay, so if you... I'm not accurate with this information, but... As German Shepherds get older, their legs start to become unstable, so you have to get special, like, wheelchairs for them. And sometimes it depends on what you feed them, or how many times you exercise with the German Shepherd. Depends on the treatment of the dog. But I recently had friends that had German Shepherds, and like three of six of my friends had German Shepherds that put the German Shepherds in wheelchairs. I was like, hey, I want my doggy to run. And I know there's got to be some type of, it could be genetic, but there's got to be something that us humans are doing to feeding the dog something opposite. But then again, dogs are dogs. They eat things off the ground, and we can't always pay attention to what they're doing. So, yeah, and this is why I'm afraid of dogs doing eating stuff off the ground, because, like, people, listen. I ate out the trash and got food poisoning. What makes you think a dog won't get sick eating something off the ground in New York City? Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. I was so desperate one day. can't find no work, no day work, no nothing for fucking 3 weeks. We got desperate, right? We're like, okay, trash hunting. And look at what happened. I ended up in the hospital with food poisoning. Then we started eating food from the listen, I'm not gonna discuss it because people are gonna say, oh, you're hating. That's the best food in New York City. Alright, if you think. What if the dog is vegan? See? And that's exactly my point. The dog could have a food allergy. And we've been feeding the dog the food allergy. This is why sometimes why dogs don't want to... Sometimes you have to pay attention to your pets, your friends. Because if he or she eats after, and they lay down after they eat, you know something's wrong. It should be energized. It should be jumping around, bouncing off the walls, like, woo, I just finished eating. Let's go outside and take a shit. Woo! Yeah! That's what they should be doing. Not like eat and then like they just lay there. And I see some dogs do that. That's because you might be feeding your dog the wrong substance of nutrition and food or dog food. But dogs have been cannibals since the beginning. That is also true, but genetically wise, we have changed that genetical disorder. Guys, come on, we human. You think our genetic? If humans can change, dogs can change too, based on how we treat the dogs. Genetically wise, we have done that structurally. We changed how dogs behave, have we? Dogs used to be cannibals, like you just said. Wild animals, but look what we did. We changed them. See? Catch ass. OG was like, yeah. Yeah, humans created the issues in dogs. Yep, see? So therefore, you just answer your own question, friend. I made you answer your own question. Oh, my panda. I don't know, OG. I'm just talking shit tonight, friend. I'm sick. I'm picking my nose right now. I'm holding the phone with one hand. I'm facing one direction. I don't want to face the basketball court. This ain't nothing there but that rotten ass city over there called Manhattan. Oh, my panda. It's so rotten. Jalen says, our genitalias have changed them. That's so funny. But welcome to New York in the fall. This is going to be like 60-degree weather all week long, everybody. The lowest temperature tonight is going to be like 55. It's supposed to be like a mild wind gusting from 5 to 10 miles an hour. Should not be too bad. But like, this is what fall feels like. It feels, you can't feel it, but let me explain how it feels. It feels cool, right? But it feels nice. Like, this is what summer should feel like. But it's not, mother. Because old man Winter's going to be knocking on the door soon. He's like, hello, bitches. I came to make everyone's life a living hell. Who wants to freeze under my watch for a couple of months? I might stick around to May. That's old man Winter for you. That's how we think what old man Winter thinks in Northwest. Because it sticks around for like 6 months most of the time. Yeah, for us, it sticks around for like 6 months. So... especially in Midwest, it sticks around for like 6 months. What I would say, what Midwest sees spring maybe from late in April to May, and then summer, June, July, and then spring is like May, July, and then summer is like hot summer July, then hot summer August, and then September is like the first week of September. The Midwest is like really warm, and then suddenly dramatically just drops in temperature. Boom. That's and it just kind of skips fall. Like fall only lasts like 2-3 weeks and 4 weeks in Wisconsin and like in the Midwest, compared to like several weeks. Fall can last like 8 weeks in New York City, apparently. For us, it's like, no, the leaves die like rapidly before November, and like there's no leaves in sight. All the trees are bare bones, and like it's winter. Blah, freeze your ass off. But guess what, everybody? I'm so used to living in the cold because I like that temperature. I'm not really... Listen, I like summers. Don't get me wrong. I love summers. I love wearing shorts and pants. But let's be honest. I like wearing my coat. I like doing things in weather that is challenging. And I feel like winter is one of those things that I did challenge back in 2019. If you didn't read the article or see my photos on my Instagram, so Wisconsin had this winter vortex. This is when I was working for the state of Wisconsin, right? And I was the only photographer at the time out there shooting while the vortex was currently happening in Madison. And I was in Madison, and it was like negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And it kept getting lower. And I took pictures of that, which you could go to my Instagram, you can go check it out. And what people was realizing, like, wait, you were out there with that Sony camera? Did that Sony camera really survive that temperature? Like, it sure did for 6 hours. It didn't freeze up afterwards because I just put it away and went home and took my photos and got some really nice shots of like the surrounding areas from morning to evening of Wisconsin and that really frigid weather. And you guys could check it out on my Instagram. It's pretty fantastic. Like, I got this guy literally walking up the block at the state capitol, and I got him right between the pillars of the state capitol, and it's like you can see all the snow in the background. Like, it's like literally 10 feet of snow in the background. You see a city bus in the background trying its best to drive up that slanted hill from Washington Avenue going up towards the Capitol, like, because the snow is literally covered in the streets. It's so slippery. Even with chains, the bus couldn't even like speed up to like 10 miles an hour. It was literally doing 5 miles an hour. That's how life in Wisconsin or Northwest United States or the Canada is. Like, it snows. It snows. I used to go to university there. I lived there from 2006 to 2012 as a student and lived there. But then I kept going back every other summer and to visit every summer for business because they would do like music at the square, concert at the square, or they have events at the square. They have live on King Street. If you're from Madison, Wisconsin, go Badgers. Live on King Street is the shit. Everybody knows Live on King Street is the bomb. And especially if you're hired to do the photography for that, you got backstage passes. You get to meet the celebrity, the like pop stars that do the bands there. Like, yeah, I met a lot of people there. It was pretty. This is what I think. If you're a New Yorker and you really consider living in the Midwest, change your attitude, because people in the Midwest are pretty nice, and Madison's a pretty nice place, and you're gonna love it in the summertime, in the springtime, the festivals, even in wintertime. They have indoor events, but out in the wintertime they also have outdoor amazing events. They have the ice fishing event, the polar plunge. They got the fake Statue of Liberty head on the ice every year, so it's like a big piece of the Statue of Liberty's head but on the ice in Madison, Wisconsin, you could get to like go inside it. You get to take pictures of it. You could go. It's the ice is actually the lake. You're surrounded by 5 lakes. So yeah, the lake freezes up, and you can ice skate on the lake. You can ice fish, but you need a $25. It's I think it's $35 permit now. They raised it up $10. So, and that's not bad because that means you can. But they tell you not to eat too much of this fish consistently. So make sure you know your fish and the types of fish that you catch. Please know your catches, because if you don't know your catches, then you shouldn't be fishing. But anyway, you can, yeah, and in the summertime, you can go sail on the lake. The lake is huge, guys. You can go sailboating on the lake. You can go kayaking. You can go even swimming in the lake if you wanted to. Trust me, it's a really nice place to live. But Spokane, Washington is another place that you may want to think about considering living in. So I lived there for like 2 years. Actually, technically 2.5 years off and on. Because I was like between Vancouver and there, because I was trying to decide which one I wanted to. And the reason why I went to Vancouver was just because Vancouver had a lot more variety for me, but Spokane had more of that urban, nice, like welcome field, and everyone's like, hey. Listen, I walked into this restaurant, this cabin, it's called, not restaurant, they called it a cabin. Sorry about that, Spokane, Washington. Cabins, there's no restaurants there, they're all cabins. Walking into this cabin, everyone's like, hey, they're just greeting me. It's like, wait, you guys don't even know me. That's the hospitality that you may want to experience. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm just saying, it's like, it's the world has more to offer. That's all. And this is why I always have said that I'm pretty grateful to visit the world so far in my last 42 years of my life. I'm grateful that I did those things, but damn, man, I wish I didn't do some things. Seriously, I wish I didn't do some things, friend. Like just give my money away and treat people and throw parties and spend money and not really like take it the responsibility way, like yeah it's okay. No, I should have done more. I should have like put my foot down, demand, hey, you pay for that. Oh well, well, if you guys want to throw these parties, then someone's gonna chip in, because I'm not. No, but no, I wanted like, no, I pay for it, and you guys just bring the food, and then they don't even bring food, because I always I end up buying food anyway, like a sucker. And I hate that on me so much, being that sucker, trying to like win friends with wealth, and that was my problem. So I'm kind of glad that I'm in this situation, and you guys don't understand why I'm like not really like. I'm pissed off about it, but I'm also like thinking about all the stupid shit I did with my wealth. Oh my panda, all the stupid shit I did. Treated the wrong people when I should have been treating people that didn't even have it. Imagine if I wouldn't knew that at the time. I'm like, no, fuck you guys. I'm not gonna, what's this kind of part I'm gonna do? Go outside, get some homeless people, hey, you look like a decent guy, decent lady. You wanna go to a party tonight? Are you serious? Like, I'm not kidding. Like, my party. I don't want fucking rich dick douchebags anymore. I don't want these well, I do want sexy girls. I want decent people that have common sense to talk to normal people like those individuals that have to live out here, like I'm doing it right now. I want people to engage, like, hey, they are not fucking forgotten. They are still taxpayers. Even if they're homeless, we are still working our ass off, paying some type of bill. We get paid somehow. If we do labor work or something, Someone's paying the taxes on that. We're trying to be part of society. But no, everyone's like, nope, if you're hey, listen, buddy. If you're not driving the Benz, you're not elite. If you're not driving the Audi, you're not hip. If you don't have a Ferrari or a Skyline, then you ain't Asian. I'm like, what the fuck is that? When did Ferrari can become Asian? Some Asian guy in Boston literally told me that. I was like, are you serious? He said, yeah, man. Boston's all about cool cars and hot parties, and it is kind of about cool cars and hot parties, because Boston does do hot parties. I'm not gonna lie, they do some amazing parties, and this is why I never had problems in Boston. Everyone's pretty nice. Yeah, they're a little too confident, but everyone was fucking really nice. Like, where you from, man? Where you from, Panda? Like, yeah. Like, oh, you got your Chinese down, Panda. I see. I see you trying to make up in the world. Like, yeah, just like everyone else. Why can I not do that? That's why I'm so confused by these, like, gestures and questions from people when you meet. Oh, so you're trying to make up in the world? Like, no, it's not trying to make it in the world. I am doing what I'm entitled to do to make it in the world. To be part, or maybe become something better. It's not like I have to have permission. See? But then again, he's like Chinese American, so like he's not fully Chinese, because I met full Chinese and they're like, that's not how they really talk. They be like, you got job? You got savings? You got savings? You better have savings. Yep, that's the first thing. You better have a job and savings. You don't. Yeah. It's not about that fashion and that flyboy shit. Yes, yeah, I get it. I get some parts of the United States, because think about it, the Asians in New York City are different from Asians in California. And I'm like, I get the trend. This is why I'm so confused about it. And I'm like, okay. But I kind of do like Asians in California a little bit better. Actually, I do like them a lot more. And you guys are like, whoa, Panda, why? Let me explain. In my experience, most of Asian Americans that I meet have family that have Pacific roots. So either they came from the Pacific or from, which I'm saying Pacific Asian backgrounds, because their roots are from there. So, and New York City does have that, but like you have generations now. But in California, you still have that generation of those Pacific Asians still coming into California still. Like, there's a number of it. But New York City, I just feel like now you have people that have lived in the United States already. It doesn't matter if they're Korean, they're Chinese, they're Japanese, they're Taiwanese. They live somewhere else, they went to university, and now this is their big chance to live in New York City now. They have the experience now to live in a city like this, because they lived in the States long enough to know the bullshit. Alright, and now they want to really get their feet wet. Ooh, step in the big man toe area. I don't know if you want to call this big man or big lady territory or what, but New York City it's rough. I don't give a shit you pro at anything. Listen, you're a pro survivor and you're suffering like me, and I'm going to do some shit, and I'm a pro survivor, and New York City is tough. New York City is tough, okay, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, I'll let you guys go and let you guys figure this shit out your own. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, New York City is a really, really tough place to be homeless. And it doesn't matter if it has the transportation, the accessibility. It doesn't have the services. And the city knows it. Guys, come on. 9 million people live here already. Think about this. 9 million people here. And they think all 9 million, the city is claiming that 8 million people are mostly sheltered. That's bullshit. No, that's bullshit. I see people all ages, your delivery, the people that deliver your food. You know, the Grubhub people. Yeah. Some of them living on their mama's couch, their friend's bed, couch, floor. They are considered homeless. You're not housing. They're not accounting those. Like I said, the census report can't be it can be accurate to who they actually encounter, but they're missing a bigger statistic when it comes down to the people that don't want to be documented in the census. Trust me, I had a couple of guys that did not want to be documented because they felt like, I don't want the government to know how much I make now anymore. They already know how much you make through your taxes, but why should I just give them more information? It's like it's like some people have a speculation of privacy, and yeah, but people, I get what some people are trying to say. It's not paranoia, but what happens when there is a national crisis and they need to account for you, and they never had you listed living in New York City? See, and they don't have a fingerprint. They want to know who you are, and they have nothing on you. Let's say the system crashes when there's a catastrophic magnitude 10 earthquake, and nothing's working. They have to do everything by manually, by paper, by pen, by ink, by thumbprint. See? I get it, but even I report my census to the census board. Like, hey, yeah, I'm living here, you little fuckers. This is what you guys want, government? Ooh, you want the juicy shit, right? Let me tell you, I've been homeless for a year now. How you feel about that? Oh, my income for a year. Well, it's donations and all that stuff, so added up in it varies, like under $1,500 a year. It depends. It's not much. It can, listen, it's not over 8,000. So what's the big deal? What do you guys are throwing it on my throat? Hey, if someone wants to give me $10,000, hey, listen, I'm all for it. I pay the taxes on it. Here, you guys take taxes out of it anyway. Then why are you asking me these bullshit questions? That's the thing I'm talking about. They already take taxes out of it. Why are you even asking me more questions? Oh, you want me to pay more taxes on it? Ah, is this like a finder's fee or a collector's fee? What is this? Sometimes this is why I like fucking with the IRS. Sometimes, like when I do my taxes, I literally make them do the work. You know why? Because I do all my taxes manually. This is why I say throw my receipts digitally, account for all my spending. Like here in New York City, the money that you guys donate, I'm giving that to them. Well, last year I did. Because last year was my final. Well, technically, this past winter was my final year reporting my income. So what I did was I filed all my taxes on that January of this year, with all the receipts from transportation, because that's a travel expense. Yeah, everything I'm doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is a travel expense. Why? Because I came here from another side of the planet. It was hoping to, like, hey, just give New York City another go. Just give it another go, friends. Just give it another try. See if you can live here and not fucking fuck someone up this time and beat someone up. But we're not doing that anyway. Getting Stacey gun taken away. But, oh my panda, New York City. We couldn't do it. Couldn't find a decent job. Then you have people discriminating, like, you sure you want to work here with this resume? And that's my coal seeping out of my nostrils. Yeah, I'm getting sick. welcome to the party, everybody. So I see Michelle Robinson start fucking like stalking me. Oh, did I say her real last name? Oops, I'm so sorry. I was trying not to, but I was like, you know what? No. Michelle Robinson is that same woman, that lawyer that brought a print that's been making that nasty review. We left the review up there on the website. Yeah, I just left it up there. Yeah. So, and then someone was like, no. Like, blast her out. You know what? Someone legally said you should just blast her out. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, Michelle Robinson. I'm glad you finally got to your senses and you stop with the bullshit and act like an adult. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we had a stalker. They bought a print and became a stalker. And yeah, it's comical. I'm telling you, it should have been a sketch. It should have been an animated sketch. Like, it'd have been funny. It'd been like something like the Boondocks, but even better. But nowadays, the Boondocks would. Oh, imagine if the Boondocks was recreated now. It'd have been acceptable. But back then, it was kind of controversial. It was not accepted in certain places around the world, and it was controversial in a lot of ways. And but now it's acceptable because everyone misses it now. Everyone's like, yeah, it was the funniest shit ever. And I'm like, and now I'm starting to watch. I'm like, oh wow, this shit is racist. It's comedy, guys. It's just comedy, just animated. That's what it is. It's humor expression. It's trying to release all the anger. This is why some people are comedians, because when they talk about certain sensitive topics, they're also releasing that anger, that pressure they've been feeling to let go. Even an actor, when they have to act or portray that in a scene, this is the time to really show people how they really feel on stage, on front of the camera. Like, this is how I really felt about racism and the time of like separation of our country or this country. But anything, it doesn't matter. Like, all I'm trying to say is like, man, I think I have experienced life and death. I have experienced death, that's for sure, too many times. Yes, everybody, car accident, yes, but before that, rollerblading. Never doing. This is why I don't like the rollerblade as much, because that one accident changed my whole perspective of why I should not be such a crazy maniac. Literally could have like chopped my head off with doing flat spins across quarter pipes and over rotating and crashing and hitting my head and being unconscious for fucking 4 minutes. Unresponsive, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I was unresponsive for 4 fucking minutes. This is why I love rollerblading, but it put me through some mentally mind-changing shit. It made me afraid. I was never afraid of rollerblading, but now I'm afraid of rollerblading. This is why I got sensitive for tricks that I know I can do. I don't do tricks that I used to go crazy on anymore. No, rollerblading made me afraid. After what happened, yeah, changed a lot, because I realized it wasn't a career. It was just a sport. Why I'm trying to kill myself over a sport that I'm not getting paid? Like, I know rollerblading is not big like a fucking BMXing and motocross and stuff like that. It wasn't back in the day. It was, but you know, some some assholes decided that rollerblading wasn't a sport, an action sport. Like, really? Okay. But now, I might have rollerblades, but I'm afraid I can't do the tricks that I want to do anymore. Like, I used to go crazy with the flat 540s all the time. Like, everyone's like, oh, my Panda, stop doing that, Panda. That's your warm-up, man? That's crazy. Flat 540s over corner boxes, that's a warm-up? You just got here. Like, I used to do dumb shit like that, ladies and gentlemen. Doing tricks out of the box, like, easy, like... What's his name? Other Canadian. John Bergeron was like he was from Montreal. And he was another Canadian. And I remember like Nicky Adams. We all Canadians, right? So here's the thing. Nicky Adams was the blackest dude, but he was the baddest motherfucking rollerblader on the face of this earth, dude. This guy can spin, this guy can grind, this guy can do it all, and he was so good at it. But he knew it wasn't a career. And then you had Mike Johnson. Oh, my Panda. Fucking the Terminator. This dude would dance on rails and ledges. Like, it was like, dancing, 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 bam, bam, bam. This guy is now a fucking engineer for NVIDIA. Yes. He knew rollerblading wasn't a career. He wanted to follow his passion. Now he's doing all the designs and the creative art for NVIDIA. Oh, the shit that we play video games on, or the video cards, or textures, those 3D renders or textures. Yeah, that's all him. Mike Johnson, once a rollerblader, a friend of mine. And he's one of the rollerbladers when I first came to New York that literally showed me around. He's from New York and doesn't even live in New York. He lives in California with his wife. By the way, they have children. Beautiful children. Mixed children, by the way. She's a blue-eye blonde-ish, blonde. And Mike Johnson is always sex with chocolate, always. But the guy is smart. Literally, he lived in like the ghetto, and now he's like a really, really smart, really guy. A really smart guy. He's so smart. He's like, no, I'm not going to live in New York. Nope. Had that time when I was a child. Grew up with it. Nope. I know the consequences. Nope. Staying where he's staying with his foot. I'm just giving you guys an example. You can literally Google him right now. Mike Johnson from NVIDIA. He does the 3D render and color texturing and design. Yeah, and he's on my Instagram. And he used to be a fucking amazing rollerblader. He had not one, but 3 pair of rollerblades in his name. He had a brand, a rollerblader brand, yes. Called Murder. Yeah, he had his own brand. He was called Murder because he literally murdered fucking rollerblading. He literally would skate on rails. Guys, the tricks, the switch up tricks that he would do is so insane. It was, oh my Panda, it was unbelievable. Like, no one does things like he did rollerblade. He made, oh my Panda, this guy was so good at rollerblading. He just fucking made and he probably still is good at rollerblading. We all still good at rollerblading, but we know it's not a career. We know we can't financially get hurt rollerblading, so we take it easy now because we have dreams and perspectives. We have families. We have goals. Can't get hurt. Fucking, yeah, boss. Oh, I was rollerblading yesterday for the first time, and oh, I ate shit. And the boss like, well, you gotta work, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck you rollerblade or not. No, you don't ever go to your boss and complain about your pain. You just go to work and just deal with it. Don't ever do that, because you tell your boss. Listen. When you don't do things like that, you're letting your boss know, like, I don't need a helping hand. Your boss sees that, you're like, okay, came to work injured. Your boss sees it from the distance, like, okay, you're a trooper, huh? You're badass, huh? You think you're motherfucking badass, huh? You don't think people comment you from a distance? Because I comment people from a distance all the time. I comment women when I see them dress very well. I'm like, oh, she dresses nice. Okay, that's funky. That's cool. I like that. I can see someone hanging at me with that funky style. I like it. But same thing with your boss. He's like, okay, you can see you're hurt, you're injured. You're not crying to him. You're doing your job. I'm like, okay. He sees it, or she sees it. But anyway, do anyone sees me? No. I'm invisible right now. For shooting today in NYC, one at Ozone Park. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. People are going crazy. It's like, I'm telling you, New York City is unstable. Oh wow, that wind is blowing in. Anyway, I got 10% battery left, so I gotta go. But with that said, everyone, see ya. Enjoy it. I hope we have this nice conversation again someday.